Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, to the world away, and we now got issue 98 of Eagle Moss's Build the Delorean. Okay, before we get cracking and looking at what's in this magazine and stuff like that, I want to demonstrate something to you. We're going to be starting to do the flux bands and the lighting for the flux bands, and I've already told you on the car there that I've disconnected all the lights here. I've got them actually in front of me here, and I want to show you what the solution is for Eagle Moss for doing the flux bands and to lighting them up and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the light out here, a little bit dark, but I'm going to show you that what they want us to do is basically have these optic fibres, which is going to come in this one. Show you on this camera because you can sort of about see it. And this is going to be going onto the end here. It's going to be put on with some adhesive tape. Ideally, you'll see later on, I recommend using some heat shrink and then shrinking this down. But for now, I'm just going to put it on gently because I want you to see how this lights up. So I'm holding that in place, and when I turn that on, can you see that? Now the thing is that the light does start to go down the optic fibre there, but as you can see, the further it goes down there, the more the light goes, which is why you've got a bulb at each end to light this. So it's not really that bright, and the solution is if you actually dislodge this or the tape comes off, it's going to get dimmer or not light at all, which is going to be one of the problems you have. Now, the reason that I'm using the EL rope is it's uniform all the way down. I'm just getting this out and I'm going to show you again. And this, with one button, looks just like that and lights up fully. So that's why I'm using EL rope. But because you guys are building this and you're following along, let me turn the lights back on. But because I know you're following along, I'm going to do it the way they do it in the book. And then when you come back to it next time, you're going to see that I've changed it round to the way that I want to do it. Hopefully I might be able to show you at the end of the video, but we'll see what that looks like. Anyway, let's get cracking on it. So issue 98, as you can see, it's all laid out here. What we're going to be doing, that's what the cover looks like. We are going to be putting some tape over the light, like I just mentioned earlier, wrapping it round so the optic fibres are touching the bulb, and then we're going to be clipping this into the unit, putting that on the side of the car, and then we're going to be basically trailing it around the side of the car there and doing the same on the other side. That's all done. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the car across and get started on that right now. So there we go, we've got the car on here now, and I'm having to use my phone because you're not really going to see it from any other cameras, because we're going to be taking step one, the tape that we had from last time, which is showing this lovely little light bulb there. We can actually remove that now. They have provided more tape. It's exactly the same stuff, so I'm probably going to use this that I've just taken off. As you can see, it's the same stuff there. The one I've taken off I'm going to use for the optic fibre. But once we've done that, we're going to take this bulb and we're going to take both two sets of the optic fibres. Just showing you these two sets here, looking just like that. There's two of them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be putting them on the end here and then wrapping the adhesive tape round it. So what I suggest is put the bulb first on the tape, just like that. Then put the optic fibre in there. So we have one. Obviously, the closer the optic fibre is to the bulb, the more it's going to light up. And then put the tape back on and wrap it round to hold that in place. So we've got that on just like that, and that was step two. Now step three, we're going to be putting this inside one of these actual units here. These are looking just like this. Show you that. And then we've got one for the other side looking just like that. There. Now the one we want is the one that looks just like that. So we're going to be using this one that looks like that. Now if the bulb's coming out this way, just trying to show you, it's going to be going in there like that and then around like that. There's no indent for the wire to go in at this side, I've just noticed, which is a bit concerning. I'm just going to see if that holds itself in there, because the next bit I'm going to need is to put a clip in place. Now this is one of those clips that I showed you earlier on, looking just like that. God, this is a hard one to film, that's for sure. Right, okay. This clip is going to be going in with the that way round. So it's looking like that. It's going to be going in that way round. And this is going to be secured in with IP screws. They get provided IP screws with this issue. So that's all good. I'm just going to get them out so I can have a look. This is going to be a little fiddly bit here about putting these in. There we go. We've got that in. I'm just going to screw that in now. That's one screw in. We'll get the screw in the other side. A little bit fiddly this is, I have to say. Here comes the second screw here. Perfect. And that's the second screw in. Nice and tight, and that's holding that in place there. You probably want to make sure that this comes out. You've got two little holes at the end there. Make sure that the optic fibres come out of those exact, so that they're not going to be pinching. So I'm just moving that around now. Obviously, if the more you move it around, the more you're going to have a problem with the thing not lining up. Or you might have an even bigger problem of the... that's better. Move it over a bit. You might have an even bigger problem of the... you pull the optic fibres out. If you go and do that, you're going to have a bad time, because you're going to have to redo everything you just did here on that. I hope you can see that, but I'm only on one camera today, which is a bit of a pain, because I really want you to see this. So once that's done, we're going to put this little screw hole here over this little screw place that's going to go here. It's going to fit in just like that. That's going to be held in with KM screws. Now the problem is I haven't got any KM screws delivered in this one. They've sent me 2 lots of IP screws. So here I go, frantically trying to find a KM screw, which I've got. Let's get one of them out. As a matter of fact, I think we used all the KM screws for the doors. So I'm going to try and see if an IP screw fits. This is the ones that actually come with it. So if it doesn't, I'll try and find. IP works fine, people. So it does say in the book, use a KM screw to put that in, but IM works absolutely perfectly. So as you can see, we've got that on there, and then we're going to start tracing these cables all the way around the front of the vehicle, and they basically just push into the little slots here. So we have one at the top and one at the bottom. So we get them clipped in now, and as you can see, I've put this all the way around here, and I've used some of that black tape just to hold that in place while I work on this side, doing exactly the same thing we did before. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this bit of adhesive off here. The reason I'm using this adhesive is because it's really sticky, so this stuff adheres to it really, really well. And then once again, I'm going to put the bulb on the stickiness there. We'll put the little optic fibres in there as well. And as I said before, that fits absolutely lovely and tight. And then what you want to do when you're actually putting this in as well is make sure that this follows the line or the contour of the car there as well. And then the last thing we need to do with that is just put these last 2 bits of plastic or optic fibre there. Just train them so they're going into those bits just like that. Okay, keep pulling out a little bit. So I thought they actually clip in here, but I can't see how they'll do that. But we'll figure that out. Figure that out next time. Just like that. Anyway, okay, so once we've done that, the last thing we've got to do is we've got these 2 covers to put on. This one here and one for the other side here, and all they're going to do is they're going to be pressing over the top of these units just like this, and they push them in all the way. I'm not pushing mine in all the way. You've got to do the same on the other side, because I need to take this all out to put the optic fibre in. So that's it. That's all we have to do for this issue. That takes us all the way up to step 18 of that. Quite a fiddly part tracing this round, but you want it to actually look like that, because you're going to be able to see where the light comes through when the flux bands are on the car, but it's not going to light up as much as the EL rope will, so I warn you about that now. But anyway, I hope you like that. I'm going to try and get this linked up with the EL rope now, and tell me what you think of it. And there you go, peeps. That's what it looks like with EL wire. That looks a hell of a lot better, doesn't it? Now that EL wire I put in there is a little bit long. It needs to be cut down and just resoldered. But other than that, that looks pretty amazing. So there you go, peeps. That's another issue done, issue 98. Let's have a look what's coming in issue 99. Issue 99, we're going to be adding the power coil grills to the front of the DeLorean. So the grills that go over the top of those wires we just put in there. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So that's what's coming in issue 99. Other than that, I normally do a live stream tonight at 8 o'clock. It's being Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'm afraid to say it's not going to be on tonight. It'll be back next week. Unfortunately, something's come up and I can't get out of it. So I physically cannot live stream tonight, even if I wanted to. But I will be back next Thursday. So tune in at 8 o'clock at this channel, and I will put a notification on with that. Other than that, hope you like that video. Take care.